Hello everybody, today we got some information to go over about the 7 Deadly Sins revival of the 10 Commandments. I love this anime, it was a lot of fun, there was a lot of backstory, but there was a lot of action as you could tell by the picture on the screen of them glaring at each other. The booster box comes out on December 16th, 2022. In order to have this discussion, I wanted to just bring up the original set that came out first. This is on August 6th, 2021. There was a booster box trial deck and supplies set. This was definitely at the height of people buying all this product to sell or get into the game. There was a lot of people that came in because of it. On the trial deck side, there was an SP Elizabeth searching for the sins. We also had 6 SPs for the booster box, and those would be King, Meliodas, Diane, and Elizabeth. There were 2 unsigned ones, as you can see right here. That would be Ban and Hawk. People are a little upset at the Ban not actually getting a signature. Later on, we're going to find out that you should keep that disappointment because it's not going to happen again. We have Hawk here. People are a little upset by that, but there should be good news coming for you. This is not something that was new. English originals, as you could see here. With RWBY, we got Pyrrha. The SEC slot got no signature. Princess Bubblegum and Harley Quinn also did not get signatures in their respective set. Now, taking a look at the prices here, Ban, interesting enough, is the more expensive priced one on TCG Player right now. You can see the Elizabeth coming in second there by 2 cents. Hawk being the lowest with the no signature on there. Surprisingly, $79.98. Look at the amount of listings though. Like Hawk is 16, everybody else is 4, 5, 4, 3. It's pretty crazy how much has been just wiped off the market. I know people have it, they could put it up today after I put this video up. In general, you can see what's happening here. Now we got the new set, the 10 Commandments. Releases on December 16th, 2022. This is basically a normal set. The reason why I say basically is you can see total 110 types of cards. Normally it's like 147 types of parallel, a little higher than normal, but this time around pretty standard. What we have here is 6 special rares, 7 Deadly Sin rare, 4 triple rares, and 30 super rares. There is 10 double rares as well, but I didn't put that on there. So sign cards, what I did here is I put the same people in orange, new people in white down below. So we got Meliodas, Elizabeth, Diane, and King. That should sound familiar to you because those are the exact same ones that we had before. You can see it right here with the signatures. But this time around, we actually got 2 more signatures. And at this point, that would be Hawk and Escanor, who I totally love. It's going to be really cool. He had an awesome debut in the actual anime. It reminded me of any of those anime that you see like a new hero come in. Like they're amazingly awesome when they make their debut. They do something cool. They use their special move. Have you ever seen wrestling when they do Royal Rumble? It's kind of like that, where the guy comes in, he's all pumped up, he's all juiced up, he comes out, do his finishing moves on a couple people, or does something really awesome. This is the same thing as Escanor making his debut. He was totally jacked up and ready to go. Well, in a few minutes after that, he's still powered up. You can see him here off to the right. He was pretty nuts in the show, and I expect full well that he be amazing in this set, hopefully. If not, it's going to be a total letdown to me. So you may be wondering why Ban didn't get a signature. Well, first off, the reason why back then was it's a whole English original. That's why I showed you the Pyrrha, Harley Quinn, the Princess Bubblegum. But this time around, it goes a little deeper than that one. The voice actor who played Ban also played Draken here off to the right. He is not getting a signature inside of Tokyo Revengers. Why though? Maybe because of the same thing that stemmed from the Draken reason, and more because people think that it was a non-disclosure issue. The other 2 7 Deadly Sins that didn't make the cut is Gowther and Merlin. I didn't try that actual pun when I made this, but when I went back and looked before I pressed the record button, I realized what I did here. Because they didn't actually get signatures this time around, there is that other slot. There is 7 Deadly Sin rares. So does that mean that these 7, like all the 7 deadly sins, are gonna be on the deadly sin rares? I think that would be, at the very least, a nice consolation prize to have it. What could this possibly look like? It could look like this. This is Fate Grand Order Round Table Rares, and as you can see here, these 5 showing up, they're flashy, they're foily, and all of that good stuff. So that deadly sin rare could potentially have all 7 of them on there. Hopefully they link up. That'd be pretty neat too, you know, have all 7 of them, like all the cards go together. Next is the 10 Commandments. It's actually named 10 Commandments, right? Revival of the 10 Commandments. I wanted to see a TCR, so 10 Commandments rare. How cool would that actually be? I think it'd be fun to have the 7 Deadly Sins rare, and then you also have the 10 Commandments rare. I really wanted to focus on the whole one side versus the other side. I also thought this might have been a cool place to put in a trial deck. There was no trial deck for this release, but then actually have a 10 Commandments rare. In order to do that, that would actually mean that you would have to have maybe one of them being an SP, maybe 2 of them being SP. I think that would have been really fun to actually have 7 Deadly Sins versus 10 Commandments. Unfortunately, didn't happen. Way too late for that now. Here are your other characters that didn't make the cut. These were minor characters as described off one website that I looked at. So if you like any of these people, unfortunately, I doubt that they are getting any sort of Deadly Sin rare. I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe you throw Arthur on there. Maybe you throw Jericho in there, or Hauser. You may be thinking, the set's coming out. I've talked about sealed, you know, some people buying into that. There are cards that are definitely being bought up. You can see Meliodas to the rescue. 12 listings left. We also have Guild Thunder 15. And I will say, they get pricey as they move along. There's not a whole lot of these, but again, there are booster boxes that are out there that are under $60 that you can pick up and open yourself. You have that fun of experiencing opening. Maybe you get a cool SP. Maybe you get one of those nice triple rares, especially the full counter Meliodas triple rare. Really, really nice looking. And here are the other double rares. So they are pretty affordable at this point. We don't know anything about which cards will be needed for the upcoming set. It'll be really neat to see. Last one that I wanted to look at was these uncommons. I really love them. It's a lot of fun having these, and just overall collection wise, if you didn't really want to buy to play, I think having a set of these are pretty nice. I think it's really cool to see all 7 Deadly Sins as one in posters. I don't know what you think about this. I really am excited about this set. I know, you know, TCG is probably a little upset the fact that Jericho not getting an SP, maybe not even getting a Deadly Sin rare, but she more than likely should have a card in the actual set. So unfortunately, you're not going to be building a deck around Jericho, but for the rest of us, I think this will be really cool. It should do really, really well in English. That doesn't mean in the short term it's going to do good, because we have seen before that people went nuts and bought a lot of this stuff. So just keep that in mind. But for the fans of the show, I think this will be really cool to see. I really can't wait to see what they do with the Escanor. So much potential there on like what his playability will be like. And we'll see what happens with the 10 Commandments. I really did like the 10 Commandments, the arc, but also the group. Hopefully there's some justice for them as well when it comes to this set. I would love to have a 10 Commandments set versus a 7 Deadly Sins. I don't know if there's going to be enough cards for that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So that is everything. I wish there was that trial deck that I was mentioning. I wish there was that 10 Commandments rare, but let me know what you think. As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one, everybody.